everyone, welcome to another motovlog on my channel. My name is Marshall3498. Today's motovlog, what I'd like to talk about is what some of my goals are for going into 2023. One of my main goals is to finally get enough watch hours, hopefully sometime in 2023, now that I broke 1,000 subscribers, to get monetization turned on, because I will be directly investing it back in the channel, every dime and every cent. I'd like to upgrade not only my B camera GoPro that's facing me, but the one on me. I'd like to both go to GoPro 11s. I recently, if those of you who normally watch my channel on a regular basis, I bought myself a rather expensive and quite a brand new setup for my computer. I used to use a laptop that was only about 4 or 5 years old, but it was only like a $600 laptop on sale, so it wasn't the greatest in the world. So I bought myself a gaming PC with basically just making sure the PC wasn't my limiting factor on edits and high resolution 4K. Those of you who watch my channel, Rico Vegas, have probably noticed about the last 5 videos are now in 4K, and that's the main reason why I bought that computer. Yes, I bought a computer even though it was on sale. It was like $1,300 before tax. Been on sale. I bought a big monitor. I went all in and wanted to, buy something nice. To give you a little bit of the PC I bought, even though it is PC Power branded. But I bought a good enough computer that is even liquid cooled processor, and not just regular. I think that even with that and the radiator and all the fans, I think the computer has a total of 7 fans altogether, I think, or maybe 6, one of the two. But it will literally render about an 8-minute long motovlog in 4K. It will render that big of a file in about 7 minutes. So I think that's pretty good. I'm impressed with it. I will literally have it rendering and work on the thumbnail, and it's usually almost done rendering the video before I'm done making the thumbnail on Photoshop, which is pretty nice. What I've been doing the last few times I've made motovlogs is I'll go through and make all my edits and just have it rendering and start doing edits of the next video and get like 3 or 4 videos done. Spend 3 or 4 hours to do 2 or 3 motovlogs to get them edited, done, uploaded, and all that, and then I don't have to mess with any YouTube stuff after that for several days, which is nice. But I do want to get GoPro 11s for both the B and the A camera, just for the simple fact of the newer GoPros have much better, much higher bit rate, and I think that will come through in the videos I've seen. I didn't think the 4K thing would be that much noticeable, but I did notice when I watched it on my TV, on my app, on my TV or whatever, that's a 4K TV, even though it's not a super fancy one. I did notice, even in the winter time, where everything here is just kind of brown and bleh. It's a lot more detail. You can see all the grass and all that stuff. Everything's not as grainy, even though this is just a GoPro Hero 8 turned on 4K, and the one facing me is turned on 4K. That does make quite a bit of difference from just regular 1080. It's not a dramatic difference, but I feel like, if I'm gonna do all that with the computer and do all that stuff, then that's the reason I bought it for. So even though it does take a little bit more work on my end as far as doing all the 4K stuff, because GoPros, once they go over, I think 3.5 gigs, even though it's all recording all at one time, it will make every video in a separate file, which means now when I go to an edit, I have to make the A and the B both their own file, take that into editing after I've already cropped it down, render that, the A one, render the B, then go back in where I use a dual camera setup, and then go back in and edit the video with both cameras in back and forth. It's a little bit more work, but it's not a ton more work because of the PC that I bought. That 4, it handles it with no problem. I'm not even a quarter of what I'm using it. It's not even working a quarter of the speed of what it's capable of. So, you know, it's a, and the 30-inch monitor, for those of you who are looking into bigger monitors, 30-inch monitor in a store doesn't seem big till you sit at a computer desk at your home, or, you know, if you've got it set up on Entertainment Center or whatever. It doesn't seem that big in a store, but when you sit there and you're, you know, less than 5 feet from it, it looks like you're doing computer work on a TV. It's pretty incredible. Like I said, a 32 monitor isn't ginormous compared to bigger TVs, but for a monitor, that's a good size monitor. I think any monitor above a 27 for doing editing and stuff just makes things a whole lot easier. All the fonts are bigger, everything's easier to find. And I didn't buy a super expensive monitor. I just bought a it's a hard word for me to pronounce. Spectre. It's S-P-E-T or C-T-U-R-E, I think. Spectrum, something, I don't know. But it's a good monitor. And the colors on it are pretty accurate too, and look really crisp. I'm pretty happy with that, even though it was only on Cyber Monday deal that I found. It was like just like $230 and a normal price of like $300, which is cheap for that big of a monitor, I know, but I'm pretty happy with it and impressed. So on that, guys, if you've not already done so, please leave a subscribe, turn the bell on, leave a comment down below, leave a like on the video and a thumbs up, and we'll see you on the next one. See ya.